Hello. So while we wait for TMO to come in, I know she's somewhere counting money. So we need to give her some time. So let's just give her a moment while the music play in the background, okay? Yes, TMO is counting money somewhere. And I can see her comment. She's saying counting money. Let's give her time. Let's give her time.
Just to Event dead. Okay. Um. Hi, Blessing. Can you can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. So I think TMO might uh run late a little bit. She's trying to finish up something in the background here. I mean, and thumbs up to her. She's been able to keep this going for for days already. Okay, so
Yeah.
if you're in the comment section, if you can hear and you can see us, please could you kindly leave a comment in the comment section so that we know that you can hear us and you can see us. Let me reduce the music.
Or can you see me?
Yes. I kind of feel like the lights didn't like you a lot too much this night. I don't know, maybe it's your laptop. Maybe it's the way your laptop is positioned, but your face is quite dark.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
It's very.
slightly better. That's the thing with overhead lights actually. It can get really tricky. All right, so ladies and gentlemen in the comment section, good evening, good evening, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is you're logging in from. If you can hear and you can see us, if everything is working and is moving smoothly on your end, please kindly let us know that it is. We are going to engage in some interaction to let's see how far some of us have been transformed since this live stream started. So, my name is Dapo, or Brother Dapo, as you may like to call it. I am the head of marketing for Rev 360, and of course, our host for tonight. For me, I'm just doubling. I'm just co-host this night. I'll soon disappear
Nice.
from here now. So yeah, that's Blessing Okwe Christopher. She's one of our top sales executives. Women they know how to bring this big money in. So she's doing well for herself within the company also. So we would like to hear from you feedback because today's supposed to be a recap of the past 7 days. So we would like to hear from the audience so far. How has it been? How has it been? What are some of the standout moments? What are some of the standout moments for you? Some of the moments that, you know, some of the things you heard, some of the things you learned so far. I anchored the first day and it was quite an interesting conversation. But of course, I have had reasons to come back here today to fill in for TMO until when she comes live. So, how has it been? Let's hear from you. And for the sake of those who are going to watch the replay, we want to make our conversations as punchy, and sharp, 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 sharp as much as is possible. So, how has it been? Talk to us. Let us hear from you.
Hi, I can see Chinyere. Chinyere is around. Chinyere has never missed any session. Do you know?
Yes, she hasn't. How she does it,
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess different people have different
yeah.
talents for different things. Chinyere, I'm going to share your talent with me. Oh.
Chinyere, how has it been? What have you taken out? What is that three thing you've taken out so far since the eighth day ahead and all of that?
Oh, you missed Monday to Wednesday this week. And for no tell us now, when I just when I
Yeah,
press that,
just taking vision.
yes, just get it like that. Okay, so okay, clashing engagement. All right, so that's fine. So while we're waiting for TMO to come in, obviously the subject of money has always been, and it will continue to be a big issue until we leave this world. And um, I remember when TMO said some time ago when she was saying that, uh, yeah, you have integrity, of course. Don't worry, I was just joking about that, anyways. so when she was talking about the fact that money is a game, and a lot of people don't realize that they are actually in the midst of a game. And I think for me, when she's made that, which is one of the reasons why our conference is called the Game of Money Conference, anyways. And incidentally, she also said that who participate in the live, who sign up for this live stream, they will eventually be moved into the Game of Money Conference community, which I think is a good idea because I mean, apparently everybody on the show here are also they are also learning to play the game of money. They are on their journey of money and all of that.
Yeah.
I was thinking about something this morning when that thought dropped in my mind again. The amount of money in the world. So if you think about it, really, the government cannot the government cannot just be printing money anyhow. They can't print money at will, even though we know there are yes, some governments are doing it, but legally speaking, you can't just print money endlessly. If you print money endlessly and there's nothing to back it in terms of value, the money becomes worthless, it becomes just paper. Because by the time you flood the economy with money and then everybody's just raising their prices because they feel like there's unlimited money in supply, the very meaning of money becomes lost. And what that means is that money, in a way, clause in a way, is supposed to be in regulated supply. I don't want to say fixed supply, but regulated supply. Regulated supply means that it just doesn't, there has to be some processes before it enters into circulation. So somehow, in a way, it is fixed in a way. Now, if it is fixed and you know that the supply is fixed, the question then becomes, how do you make sure that enough money is coming to you? How do you ensure that you are valuable enough to the economy? Because the economy is like a web, it's like a network of different streams, and you are at any place around where each of the streams are. And if you want to get, and if you think that the streams are like lines of water or like rivers and all of that, you have to place your bucket, or you have to either replace your buckets, or you have to connect yourself to the stream where the river is flowing so that it flows towards you. So either you use a bucket and you place it against the current of the river, or you do some sort of machinery that connects the river to you and that makes sure that the water flows to you endlessly, as it were. That is exactly the mindset around the subject of money and how money flows. So the economy is like a web of different rivers, different oceans, different streams that are all interconnected and are feeding the economy. And if that river is going to flow towards you or is going to flow in your favor, you must have positioned yourself very well. So what we are all doing essentially with the whole money thing is that we are learning how do we position ourselves in such a way that the money flows towards us. So it is not just a case of I am working hard for money. It's not just a case of working hard. It's a case of, are you optimally using the resources that you have for yourself to ensure that the money flows towards you in sufficient supply? And so that strategic thinking is now what will make you to start questioning, number one, do you have the right skills? Are your skills valuable enough to the economy? Effort is a denominator. effort is a denominator in the sense that effort is, we must all apply effort. All that talk of work hard, work smart, don't work hard, na lie. It is a disjointed truth. You must, everybody, even Dangote is still applying effort. The only difference is what is the quality of knowledge behind your effort. That is the differentiator. So when they say read good books on finance, when they say go for conferences, when they say upskill, when they say increase your increase the value of the skills that you have, it is essentially because the value of the skills or the value of knowledge behind your effort is what is going to decide how much money you make. Your value is directly reflected in your bank account. The value of what you are offering to the marketplace right now is reflected in your bank account at the end of the month. There are no sentiments there. There is no such thing as, this was a report card they gave me. You know that thing when you walk to, when all of us, for those of us, I want to assume all of us attended higher institutions of education. You all write exams. And when you all write exams, then results come out. And then you'll be hearing some students will be saying, no,
They gave me.
this was the results they gave me. How is it the results they gave you? Like, you didn't know that if you did not read, you wouldn't pass. So I don't understand. And many of us have been in that scenario too, where we'll be like, and if we want to now make it worse and we want to sentimentalize it, we'll not be like, we'll now add religion on top, or we add God on top. We'll now say things like, by God's grace. Yes, there's God's grace, but then there's also you. I remember something that Alex Omozi used to say, for those of us who know him, and it would be like, if you're going to become a successful person, you have to take radical responsibility for everything that happens in your life. A radical responsibility essentially means that you are not trying to pass the consequences of your actions to somebody else. You're not looking, because the moment you begin to look outwards for something to blame, what you have done is that you have handed over power. People need to realize that. The moment you are looking for external factors to blame, now, please, don't get me wrong, because I need to balance this also. It doesn't mean that there are not external factors militating against your success. As a matter of fact, like Apostle Femi Lazarus once said, he said that many of us plan life as if we do not expect any opposition. We'll be like, by the age of 20-something, I'm supposed to be here. By this age, I would have gotten married. By this age, I would have gotten married. By that age, I would have gotten married. You now write it as if it's one straight line that nothing will affect, nothing will change. And then eventually, life starts and you start getting shock priced. You're getting shocks and you're getting surprises. And then before you know, you who thought that by age 25, you'll be married, you'll have gotten your first car, inflation, antinubunomics has shown you small shaggy. But even at that, the only person who can change the circumstance is still you. Yes, the government has mismanaged one thing or the other. Fine, no problem. Housing cost is on the rise. Great, no problem. This one is high. Food is expensive. That. Yes.
So what are you going to do about it? So
exactly.
I wanted to speak to what you were saying about this. They gave me this and they gave me that. So it started. It this thing starts from young when we grow up. So when I was younger, my mom's a teacher, and when I was younger, and when we come with results and we be like, oh, they gave me this, my mom intentionally cautioned us not to say things like that, like from the onset, because it starts from there. Then growing up, we become a young adult that always tend to blame somebody. We always feel that if it's not a good result, then we don't deserve it. Do you understand?
Mm,
Then now
mm,
this
mm.
adult that has left university, I've left primary school, secondary school with the mindset of if it's not a good result, that means they gave me. If it's a good result, I worked for it. You leave that mindset, you come into a corporate world and you start gaslighting or you start murmuring and complaining about and people and everything. Like the time you feel like I deserve more, I deserve more salary, I deserve more, I deserve more this. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's now become a case of
Yeah,
they gave me like that they gave me mindset has always been a thing from young that we need to curb.
yeah,
And I feel especially for new mothers that still have children that we can nurture and curb that mindset out. It
mm-hmm.
helps at this phase of my life. If I feel like this job, I would not settle. If I feel this job, I don't like my salary, I would work. How can I skill up? How can I earn more money in the same job? Do I need to get
Mm,
promotion? Do I need to close sale? Or do I need to get a side gig? Or do I, but you see people, you are a receptionist in a company, but you are not trying to skill up, you're not trying to do anything, but yet you are complaining and judging your boss that walks in every day and saying, oh, my boss is always changing her clothes, but the salary she gave me is small. What are you doing about it? The government is bad, the
yeah,
government, there are still people that are buying property, there are still people that are doing good things. So there's this entitlement mindset. So that's why I actually love and I appreciate this conversation we are having for this 25 days, because it started from a good note. And
mm-hmm.
I'm just hoping, I don't think TMO will be joining anytime soon, but I'm just hoping that she comes in, and so that we have to leave. I know she must have had a lot to say. So do you think we should just do the recap?
So what I think is going to happen, I think there's going to be um most likely the recap will be rescheduled. Most likely the recap will be rescheduled because I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of things she wants to say with regards to that because she's been the one consistent. I'm hoping it's not like something is wrong with our phone or so, because we can't even reach her. Do you get? So we
Oh,
can't.
okay.
Yeah, we can't even reach her. So well, Josephine to I've asked Josephine to reach out. But anyways, that's by the way. So what we're going to do, we're just basically going to have this like we're going to keep this conversation going. If she's able to join,
Mhm.
if she's not,
If she's
the
not
key
able
thing
to
is
join.
yes. So we will just add our own perspectives to the conversation, and then we can close up at 9, and everybody goes home. So Cherry was saying the biggest thing that hit me was impulsive snacking. That one. When we talked about 10 things that are silently killing our finances, I'm so guilty of impulsive snacking. Chinyere, even you, mother in Israel.
I'm surprised. I'm
So
surprised Chinyere is having that issue, because I thought when it comes to impulsive buying and everything, they first
yeah.
think of blessing, because I'm always buying ridiculous things. So
Hmm.
Chinyere, can you share what's the step you want to take to help curb down impulsive buying? Like, do you have that issue? Do you have an impulsive buying issue? For me, what I do is, if I want to buy something, I will first think about it. Like I think about it like a maniac. But if in 24 hours I forget it at some point, I'm no longer thinking about it, then I just feel like, okay, this is impulsive. But if that thing has been on my head like in the 24 hours, I feel like I know that there might be another way to curb down impulsive buying, but I I feel that's the best way. It has been working for me. There are times where I want to eat plantain chips. I want to eat plantain chips,
So,
and I'm thinking about it. So let's hear from you. Are we losing you? Okay. So I don't know. Can you check if somebody said I shouldn't hold cash, like not holding cash. But then there's the phone transfer. If I'm not holding cash, then definitely I'll probably do a phone transfer or I flip my card. Like there is just different ways that the money will just be leaving me. And sometimes I'll just be thinking, there's this thing I do. I have deleted my online shopping apps. So on a normal day, I just want to check on Temu if they have a thing like this, and I would search. And before you know, I can search and search and search, and I find myself adding to carts. And when I'm done adding to carts, I just see like, okay, it's just a few things that I need to buy, and I've blocked those channels. Yes, Alfred is telling me to block those channels. I have blocked those channels. I'm no longer doing impulsive buying. I have reduced. The only thing I'm trying to cut down on is the feeding, which is quite hard. So let's read what Chinyere has to say. She said, going forward, I go back to buying and having snacks at home. How do you do it? How can you have snacks in your fridge? How do you have snacks in your house and don't finish it in one sitting? Especially someone like me that is always in front of my system and working. I can work all night just because there is snack on standby. Chinere, please teach me how you do it. And Mr. Alfred, I like to think, Mr. Alfred, how do you manage impulsive buying? Because impulsive buying kind of surpass budgeting and everything. So we're just going to, I think Dapo has a little bit of network downtime. We're just going to wait for him to join back in. Because I really want to know how Dapo does his own. Chinyere said
can,
that's another
can
challenge.
you hear me now?
Yes, I can, Dapo. Please, how do you manage impulsive buying? Because we, the youngies,
Okay,
especially
so
without family
so
responsibilities, we want to spend.
okay. Our case is different. Me, I'm the firstborn. So what I have done, what I have done is I have a I have a daily eating budget. Everything I want to buy does not exceed that daily budget. Now, the daily budget is multiplied by 30 days or whatever number of days it is. And I have, my plan now is to have a separate account for that. My monthly feeding budget, I will carry the money and put it inside the account. Once I finish spending the money, I know that I am my own problem. So my daily feeding budget, I don't want to mention the number here because I feel like maybe it either throws some people off balance or some people might feel like it's too small. I don't want anybody to attack my preference. So I will not mention the amount. So, but that amount is not per day. Once it is exceeded, I know that I have eaten out of the future of the next day. And I am not allowed to touch any money that is in any other account aside from that which has been budgeted for that food. So for me, it's kind of like when you want to buy it, of the fact that you can see your account going down at a speed that is not what you planned is enough to stop me from doing that. So that's kind of like the psychological hack that I give myself in my head to be able to handle impulsive spending. Because impulse also happens when you feel like when there's this assumption of abundance in the sense that if money looks like money is plenty in your account, you are looking at your account, you're like seeing, you are seeing like 6 zeros. You feel like you have money. That's the problem. So you feel like you have money. So to cope that feeling like you have money is why you will carry your monthly feeding budget and put it down. And by the way, I think there is a lot of wisdom. I don't know who I first said this from. I think it was TMO that said that. So you have several accounts for different purposes. So feeding is one account. Emergency fund is another account. And I think what the account thing does is that it helps you to easily separate your money. Who earns maybe like you earn on a salary basis. Once the money comes in, you already have an appropriation table. How much is going to tithe? How much is going to black tax? How much is going to feeding? How much is going to... Because if you don't do it that way, the discipline that you learn, that you did not learn when your resources were lean, you will never learn it when your resources are abundance. In fact, or you cannot even reach abundance, because what's going to happen is that as your income is rising, your your lifestyle is going to rise with the income.
Actually,
Yes.
So what I do is when I get money, especially money that I not plan for or something like that, I am very with savings. I'm good. Investments, I'm good. The moment I take out investment savings, like I've shared all those money, the money that
You feel
goes
like you done
away
everything.
fast. Sorry, that
You
we're
feel like
losing you. So
you
the
feel
money that
righteousness.
goes out fast is definitely the money that I say I'm paying myself. I've shared my money, but the money that finishes fast is the ones that I've said, okay, this is for feeding and for taking care of myself and everything and everything. But don't worry, I will
Hmm.
try to spend small so that I'll have enough impulse money till the end of the month. So Dapo, you said something about abundance and how you I know that growing up, especially when you started your career journey, okay, can you hear me? Confirm if you can hear me. Okay, so when you
Yeah, sure,
started your
sure.
career journey, it was a case of I am working so that I can pay my bills. I am work so far I can pay my bills. I'm good. At what stage in your life did you now decide that working to pay my bills is not enough? When do I start to work to have abundance? Like, when do I start to work to have enough that after paying my bills, I still have money to take care of, like, have enough? Or have you not reached that stage? Because I know many people, especially people my age, so far I have saved enough money to pay house rent. So far I've saved enough money to change my phone, or I've paid my monthly bills. I am good. And this has made people stay in a certain level of finance. Like, it has
Consistent.
made a lot of people stuck. They don't grow because they are a case of, so far I can pay my bill. Like, at what then it's now becomes like a struggle when they start giving birth to children. When they start giving birth to children, when they start when they get married and they have to feed
Yeah,
like multiple people. Do you understand? It's
yeah.
now become a case of, how can I work double time? Everything just becomes new to them. How do they navigate everything? Because normally they only know how to work, to feed themselves, to change their clothes, to do this and to do that. At what point in your life should you start working to have abundance instead of working to just pay bills?
Okay, so the first thing that happened to me in that regard was I got tired of walking. Actually, that was the first thing that happened to me. I got tired of working because of the I got tired of the life of I am only working in order to sustain my existence. I don't want that
You
life
have to be
anymore.
you have to be uncomfortable first.
Yes, because and personally, my person, I ask myself ridiculous questions, or ridiculous questions pop into my head every now and then. I I got to a point and I was like, I was like, if the only thing that I am working for, or if the only reason I'm working, or if the only life that I'm meant to know is just working so that I can exist, then I don't want that life. Why can I not just sit down and the money will just be coming in?
Mm-hmm.
After all, government is printing money now. Like there are people who are somewhere in the world right now. All the money they are spending, you may say, no baby, their father is skinny con, they are lazy, they are not disciplined. But the kind of stress that you are going through to sustain your own existence, they cannot even relate with it because they were born into the money. So why should it be me that should have to, all I do is I go out every day to bring in money at the end of the month so that I can give landlord, I can give NEPA, I can give. I was like, no,
No
no,
money to
I am not
play.
paying. Yes. So the point for me was when I got to a point where I told myself, I don't care what is going on, I don't care what other people want, but I am not paying just to exist. That was the first thing that happened to me because, frankly, at that point, to even wake up in the morning itself was stressful because I was like, I beg, I can't keep doing this. And then, so that was number one. Then, number two and three, maybe number three, that happened for me was I I had to sit down and redefine why I am willing to work. And I think this is going to be an important one for those who are listening. Are you working? I asked myself that question. Why should I be happy with the idea of waking up in the morning, getting into the bathroom, getting bathed, wearing clothes, going somewhere at night? Why should I want
I
to do that?
understand.
What motivating enough? What will be motivating enough for me to do that? I have come to realize that I am not somebody who is motivated by soft life.
Okay.
There are people who are like that. I, it might sound strange. Some people may be hearing it for the very first time, but I have realized for myself that the idea of enjoyment is not enough for me. For some people, and I have friends who are okay, they are doing all the things they are doing. The motivation for them is they want to flex a big life. So in their own mind, what they are doing now is that they are paying the price now so that they can flex later. For me, that's not a good reason for me. I
So what's a
realized
good
that
reason?
the good reason, what do I want to fund ideas of my own? Because now I have ideas. I have a couple of things that I want to write, things I want to say, things that I want to do on a big the defense of money, in the sense that those things people will not take me seriously because they feel like I don't. But if I am worth $30 million, $50 million, $100 million, and I say these things.
Japo, we are losing you. Can you comment if you can hear him clearly or it's just me? And I really want to hear all of what he's saying.
Sorry, wait. I didn't hear that.
It keeps coming off and on at some point. Yeah. So
Quickly,
just
wait.
see how the network can work. I can see Alfred is dropping
Okay.
some nuggets. Let me just read through Alfred's comments and we'll continue with you, Dapo. So he's saying it's hard. Okay, I think it's me. Everybody can hear Dapo, right? Can you confirm if you can hear Dapo because it keeps going off and on? Okay. So on the question I have asked, when
Am
do
I
you
audible
work for
now?
abundance? And yes. So on the question I was asking, when do you work for abundance and when do you work to just pay bills and sorted out your thing? Um, Alfred is saying it's one thing to be financially free, you must be able to break the Parkinson's law. Do you know what the Parkinson's law is? Then he's saying there are two class of people: those who work for money and those who make money work for them. This these two set of people, they would always exist. Like, I don't know, there is nothing, there's no form of preaching, there's no form of education. We would definitely have these two forms of people in existence. So Dapo, can you try speaking again? Let's
Mm-hmm.
see if we can hear you.
Am I audible now?
Yes, this is perfect.
Like this is clear. It's very clear,
Yeah.
Abby.
Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. All right. No wahala. Um, sorry. Could you repeat the question you asked? Because I got distracted by something I was looking at here.
Oh, okay. So I was asking, at what point do you start um working to have abundance, and at
Mhm.
what point do you, like, at what point do you move from working to just pay bills and move on with your life to start working, to start having excess money, to start having excess savings and all of that, start getting side gig and changing your story, and moving
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah.
point A to point B instead of just being in point A so far you can going to eat.
Okay. Okay. So that's a good question. So there's this particular saying that says, "Dig your wells before you need the water." The worst time to start doing anything that is worth doing is when it needs to be done. That's the worst time to start. You should have if you're waiting until your responsibilities increase before you start working on the level that
Working
is able to
harder.
provide, you're already late. You're already late. It's like saying you want to wait until your wife delivers a child before you start preparing for. No, now you're already late at that point. And that is where our ability to anticipate things, our ability to expand our consciousness becomes very, very important. If you so good enough, yes, you may not be experiencing those things right now, the responsibility of family and all of that. But trust me, it will come at you suddenly. Suddenly. My mom died in 2019, and I know the things that stopped working as well as they should when she died. Now, my dad had to stop working at some point to support her on a couple of projects, details of which I can't go into.
Yeah,
So
okay.
now imagine that, and my dad was very active now. He was a very successful spray painter. I mean, in Gagada and all. So the whole even having to leave what he was doing to support her, or what that was a lot of sacrifice for him to, and then his wife now dies in 2019, 10 years after they started that stuff together. And she was the main person. He's doing his best, of course, but it's not like it used to be. And so me, innocent me, that was originally carrying title of firstborn as decoration, now I know what firstborn means. Did they prepare me for it? No.
No.
Did I think it will happen? No. Did I think she was going to die? No. Did she die? Yes. Has it affected us? Yes. So if I had known, which is impossible anyways, but if I had started thinking of, oh, I need to start building, I need to start expanding my financial capacity. Imagine if I had been earning, say, around $5,000, $6,000 as far back as 2019. I know how easy and convenient things would have been for us, relatively, like comparatively, right now. I'm doing my best, of course, But we are at a point where I am the one who is actively employed at the moment. My younger brother, who just finished his master's degree, and he was doing well for himself in Abuja before he had to do master's degree. He came to do the master's degree. He got a couple of things. That was around the time my mom died. So like a lot of things just, and I had to start sending money to him. My youngest brother, who was running a business before he left Lagos to go and do his what do I call it? Uh NG in Ibadan. I also have to send money to him from time to time. Did
Man,
anybody tell
they
me?
want to kill you.
Then it's not like it's not like they want to kill me because they are also trying their best within their
Yeah,
state. But
yeah,
it's not like as good as if everybody was actively working. So
true.
nobody prepares you for that. So if you say you want to be thinking about yourself alone until the time when you now need to expand your consciousness, or more, or yours is your case.
let me let
So
me let me let me tell you a story about women in my from my mom's side. So my granddad, that's my mom's dad, she died he died really early and he was in the military. So my grandma used to be housewife. All she just does is, prepare food, do ogi, do everything. So when this man died, she has 7 children. She has the adopted ones. She has everything. Do you know what she started doing? She now started selling those ogi that she used to, just give people, dash people. She started selling them. She started learning how to make soap. It was not easy. Like, you have 7 tiny children. You have adopted children. You have extended family. Only you, and everybody just like left. So that
hmm,
mindset, that was a very huge awakening for my grandma. And my
hmm,
grandma now passed on. That's why till now my grandma will still go to the farm. She has a very big avocado farm and a
wow.
fang farm and all of that. She passed that to my mom, and my mom has now passed it on to me. So when I started my career journey and I was just earning less than 100,000 naira, my mom said, "Go and buy land." I say, with my money, I want to go to club. I want to live like a youth. I felt
Yeah.
like the idea of owning a land is already making me feel like I have wrinkles on my body. And I'm like, why am I supposed to be buying a property? But my mom said something. But when my mom told me the story, my mom said, I don't want a case where you marry somebody or you end
Hmm.
up with somebody and it's not a case of I brought you from when that you
From
had
the
nothing,
gutter.
or like you cannot stand on your own. In my from my mom's side and everything, after my grandma's experience, every woman, in short, the women um in my mom's side are more hardworking than the men, because
Wow.
that experience really shook us. Hey God, it's something that they keep telling. Like, it's a story that they keep telling, that they didn't expect my granddad to die really early and leave like tiny children everywhere. Like, and now she has to train them through school and all of that.
Hmm.
So that's why you see me that, okay, blessing, why are you so hardworking? Why are you not doing this? Why are you doing this? I know, but as for me, I feel like my mom is the nerdy, hardworking person, because for me, I know how to balance having fun and
Hmm.
having to work. I mean, at this point, I'm not married or
Hmm.
anything, but I have 2 properties on my own. No man will come and tell me, or nobody will come and tell me that if anything goes south, at least I know how to
Yeah.
stand my ground for a few.
Yeah.
So I think this is why we actually need to work for abundance. Like, we don't know, often sin, I mean,
Start
how do
planning
you
it
often
early.
sin circumstance can come and it's gonna take the same circumstance and take your life and take your blood pressure
Mm-hmm.
and take
Mm-hmm.
everything in you. How are you able to? I mean, there are cases of Dangote. Dangote is still working hard. He has money, but why is still working for abundance? Why is I mean, there was one time it was on the news and everything that Otedola was getting bankrupt or something, like he was
Mm-hmm.
getting to minus. But in few times he was able to bounce back because he had worked for abundance. He had, like, how do we think? We need more people. We need more people in Nigeria to we need more people. We have Alfred. Alfred is very active today. I feel maybe I don't know if it's today's conversation, but he has been very active. And yeah,
Mm.
Deco, please, would you like to take up? It's already 9 o'clock. It's getting to 9. I'll
Yes.
just like you
So
to throw more light on it,
yeah.
on this topic of abundance.
So yeah. So I think to wrap it up, two things. I've always really wanted to say this. Number one, we I'll come back to the abundance thing. I just wanted to quickly add this as a side thought. We need to be able to, and it might sound easy to say, I know, but there is almost nothing that is happening right now that has not happened before. I
Actually,
tell people inflation is not new in the sense that our our parents, wait, you think you have seen inflation? Go and see videos of where people were complaining
I used
about
to
5 naira
see.
in 1990. When
Then
people
they
were
were
like,
complaining about graduates that being taxi drivers, but now graduates want to be
yes,
Uber drivers. We don't even mind.
yes, yes, like 1990, they were like, it's 15 naira that we're selling it, and people are not even buying like that. Kinikon, kinikon. I'm like, 50 naira is what people are complaining about. So if you think you have seen difficulty, trust me, your parents have seen more. If your parents are still alive, they've been alive longer than you. But even in the midst of these difficulties, there are opportunities right now that our parents would have killed for in terms of skill sets. Many of the investment opportunities that you can now leverage, they didn't have it. The internet did not exist. Access to information today is so democratized. You can literally go on your phone right now, go to Google or the AI app on your phone, Gemini, and ask a question, and in minutes you have answers. Your own parents had to go to the library. They had to go and buy morning newspaper.
And
You think your life is
candles.
hard? You think your life is hard? Your parents went through the civil war. So the question you should be asking yourself right now is, or should I say, what I think people need to be asking themselves right now is, and which is why I said there's nothing that's happening that has not happened before. There was a time when graduates were the OGs or in Nigeria economy, because that was an era when people needed to go to school to make to become useful to the economy, because the economy needed professionals, the economy needed skilled workers. And so going to school was the pathway to financial success. So all those ones of, our schools were awesome, we had free this, we had free that, we came out, jobs were waiting for us, blah, 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 blah. We will all agree that anybody who is still using the mentality of that era to run his life right now is a foolish person. Why? Because
Yeah.
the economy has changed. So now the economy is changing again, or it has changed again. Inflation has reared its ugly head again. You cannot be using the mentality of what was working in 2024. Do you know what rent is right now? So the point I'm trying to make is that you need to start learning new skills. It doesn't matter what you learned before. Forget what you learned before. By forget, I don't mean dump it. I mean that is not where the money is anymore. So you need to start thinking, what are the skills that can allow me to be able to
You need
stay
to go with
afloat
time
and
and
thrive
be on
in this
time.
economy?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's the first thing I want to say. Then about abundance, abundance is like a spiritual thing and a principle thing. What we call abundance is essentially a situation where a person has connected themselves to so many income streams that they cannot go broke. That's what abundance means, technically speaking.
That's what
You
I
have so
think of
many.
myself. I feel like I can never go broke.
uh So you feel
Mindset.
like you have been connected to so many income opportunities that you have created over time, such that
Yeah.
nothing comes against you and just wrecks you financially. And so
I
you
don't know
will
how
build
people
that.
can sit. I don't know how people can sit jobless for a long time and they feel like, oh, I don't have money. I should put. If I should lose all my income today, I know that I have a lot of cash flow knowledge and I can just sit up and start a course now. I can, like, you have AI, you have everything. Then you
Hmm.
need, God, I don't know. I feel like we need more financial intelligence conversation, especially among
Yes.
young people, because I see a lot of people suffer and they now come and start gaslighting you and telling you that, oh, nobody is there for me, nobody is there. Bro, you don't have
Nobody's
skill
nobody's
sets.
nobody sends you like that. Oh.
They'll come and tell you that government are not providing jobs.
uh,
Government should bring jobs now, are you qualified? Do you have the knowledge for the job? Do you have the skill set for it? Ah, Mama, it's really it's terrible. So it's really important
yeah.
that we are talking
Yeah.
about
So
the learning a skill and all of that.
mhm, so essentially, if there's going to be a take home for anyone here right now, the I think the take home, the most important take home is the economy has changed. You need to change with it. You
Change.
need to go and start learning skills that are profitable, that are valuable, that are in demand in this economy. And learn them. If you go to AI right now, ask AI right now, and then you're like, what are the top 10 digital? I used to talk about digital skills a lot. There are other skills. It's not everything that is digital, but digital is my own comfort zone. I like the fact that
Yeah.
like, I have a skill and I can use it to work for anybody anywhere in the world. I don't like being limited by my geographic location. But not everybody has to be like that, right? But whatever it is you're going to learn has to be something that has a lot of people that need it, has something that a lot of people are going to pay for, people are happy to pay for, and that they will pay good money for. Once you find something like that, just sit down there. So you will see a
Pay
lot of
good
people
money
learning new skills.
for, say it again, pay good money for.
Yeah, pay good money for. It's very important. Pay good money for. It's very, very important. So, because, and I also say that a if you had to choose between offering a service or offering your skills for money and selling a product, I would rather you offered your skill as a service first. Skills bring faster money. Products bring bigger money. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Skills bring faster money in the sense that if I say, oh, I'm offering this service today, and it's a service that is in demand, I can quickly get the money I need. But before I can convince somebody to buy a product, I go
What
talk.
is your skill?
I go talk plenty. So, but if I can offer a skill or a service that is going to help make your life easy, people would rather pay you to do the work for them than they have to do it themselves. So you can use skills to get yourself afloat first, and then you can use products to scale later. So I have friends, for example, Melanie Pine, which I like to use as an example very well. My very good friend who runs Melanie Pine Parfait in Lagos. They do hundreds of millions of naira per month. That's the power of products, because the same product, you create it once and then you can duplicate it many times using systems. But go and ask her early days in that business, convincing people to buy parfait. Hello. So it's a lot. So the economy has changed. You need to upgrade your skills. You need to learn skills that are relevant now. If you need to do some research on that, your AI assistant, go and do that. And do that long enough. Don't be one of those people that they will say, this one is the one that's trending today. You will chook it. Tomorrow, is this one that's
Everywhere,
making money?
like
You will chook it.
rats.
Don't be that. And then once you have upgraded and you are making better money from those skills, then of course your financial discipline now comes in, because it's not about what you make. It's about what you keep. Some of us, let me be very honest with you right now. Some of us, if we are going to be able to build wealth in this age and time, we are going to need to live where we are currently living and take a place that is less attractive. I know that might come off as shocking. I'm saying if you're going to be able to build wealth, some of us are going to have to live where you're currently living, because if you don't, the cost of the rent, you will not be able to save anything. The money that people are supposed to be using to build wealth right now, they're already spending it on rent. You don't want to do that for long. So me, that I was initially thinking, oh, I'm gonna stay in River Valley Estate, and going to have. I know I'm not River Valley in anything again. If I need to go to the only thing that will make me want to keep closer, because I need to think of the distance to walk. Otherwise, I am very fine with going to Igondo, Egbeda. Of course, I will live in a decent place, but I know that.
Lagos.
Yes, I'm still in Lagos. What I'm going to need to pay in Egbeda is not compared to what they will charge me in Sherry North or River Valley or K2. So that the excess money, and if worse comes to worse, if I realize that, electricity problem, everything, I will close my eye and gather money for solar. And once I do the solar, I know that the solar will serve me for a while. The remaining money, I will carry it and start storing it up for investment. I am not going to go and allow rent to consume all my life. Because what we currently have right now is a situation where what used to be standard is now premium. It's not sustainable. And the government has not stepped in to curb the madness. So what are you going to do? Because it means that people who were middle class now are becoming poorer. Because the same income and they have to maintain the same lifestyle, but the lifestyle is now more expensive because that's what inflation is. So we need to think really creatively. Upgrade your income, cut down on certain things that are non-essential so you can have some money to put away for your future. Then eventually you will bounce back. There is nothing that's happening in this world that has not happened before. We're not the first people to experience inflation. We'll not be the first one to see war. We are not the first generation to see bandits.
Yes, so
we pray that those things will end, where we will work to make them end, but we're not the first generation that will experience those things. You think bandits, have you asked your parents about the Civil War? Because actually those of us from Igbo extraction. So we're going to end that. We want to hope that it's been a useful conversation, even though it was one that we immediately pivot into, because
we just improvised. But it was nice having this conversation with you.
Yes. Yes.
Hopefully, the conversation we ought to have today with TMO, that would be moved, and now it will now be a case of 26 days of basketball. So this is like a bonus.
Bonus. Yeah.
But I hope you like and you enjoy this conversation. Mr. Alfred has been giving us nugget. That's why you should see the comments he has been giving. You know that this is a learned person.
Alfred, thank you very much. We actually
thank you very much. He's a learned person, and these are the kind of people. These are the kind of people we need. If we have 4 of Alfred or like that have financial intelligence, we'll have less complaints and more action, and that's what we need. That's what we need, and that's the core of this reset. That's the core of this 25 days. We need to help you. We need to, some of these things you already know them, apparently, or some of these financial things. You just need someone to remind you. You need someone to like shake you. Like, are you comfortable with the way you are? Are you comfortable with how you are living? You need to be reminded. He said, does the middle class still exist? What middle class is that?
So what middle class is that? Guys,
because I don't know.
Class right now.
We have the upper and lower, but there's no middle anymore.
There's no middle.
There's a demarcation, right now and it's demarcation is like very big, like this.
This question just reminded me of what Dr. Lumide said some time ago. when he said that the middle class are the most deceived class of the three,
Absolutely.
in the sense that
Absolutely.
they think that they are comfortable, but the moment either a personal economic tragedy or a national economic tragedy hits them, everything goes south.
Yeah. It's
So
like you being almost on 2-1 and 2-2. Just one grade. You are either in a third class or you're in a
yes,
middle
yes.
class. See, I just feel, see, you are either up or you're down. There is no middle. You can't sit on the fence. In
Mm-hmm.
life, you can't sit on the fence. You're either there or not there. Especially with the way Nigerians, and they just start deceiving you that, oh, you're a bourgeoisie, you're a this. There's no bourgeoisie anymore. I was thinking I was a bourgeoisie because I attended a boarding school and everything, but I later got to know that it's the struggle that my daddy used to pay my school fees, and
Mm.
he's using me as his investment.
I mean now. Yeah.
Anyways,
So that's it. Oh.
thank you so much for staying to this point. Chinyere, I was
Yeah.
looking to see your comment. I really had a nice time talking with you, Dapo. And everybody, thank you for joining.
Yeah. All right now. No yawa now. Good
Yeah.
night.